By day 7, you may see people who are not there. Your eyes can stay open while your brain drops into seconds of sleep. And the most dangerous part? You may still believe you're thinking clearly. Let's set the rules. You are a healthy adult. You have food, water, and a safe room, but no naps for 168 hours. This is not a challenge. 7 sleepless days is a medical emergency, and real outcomes vary. Modern researchers rarely push people this far, so the later days are reconstructed from historical studies and clinical observations. First, meet the pressure building inside your head. While you are awake, chemicals including adenosine accumulate and help drive sleepiness. At the same time, your circadian clock sends waves of alertness. That is why you can feel strangely awake at sunset, even after a terrible night. It is a temporary second wind, not recovery. The sleep pressure is still there. During the first 16 hours, you probably look normal, but attention is already becoming less stable. You reread a sentence. You miss a notification. Your reaction time stretches, then briefly improves when something surprises you. That uneven performance is important. Sleep loss does not make you consistently slow. It makes you unreliable, which is harder to notice in yourself. Around 24 hours, the comparison becomes uncomfortable. CDC safety research compares a full day awake with a blood alcohol level of 0.10. You are not chemically drunk, but your driving judgment and reaction speed can be similarly impaired. So if you are holding car keys, this experiment should already be over. Now watch what happens next. Your brain starts stealing tiny pieces of sleep without asking permission. These are microsleeps. They may last only seconds. Your eyes can remain open, yet your brain stops processing the road, the screen, or the person speaking. You often do not realize the gap occurred. A 5-second microsleep at highway speed can move a car more than 100 meters. Between 24 and 48 hours, mood control also begins to wobble. Small problems feel personal. Patience disappears. Memory becomes patchy because attention failed before the memory was ever stored. Your body is changing too. Controlled studies have measured reduced insulin sensitivity after 1 day awake, while immune signaling and appetite regulation can shift. You are not watching one organ fail. You're watching many systems lose coordination. Then perception starts bending. In a review of prolonged sleep loss reports, simple distortions often appear during the first 2 sleepless days. A shadow seems to move. A flat surface looks textured. Sounds feel closer than they are. At first, you may question the illusion. That moment of doubt is valuable because over the next day, your ability to correct the mistake can weaken. Between 48 and 90 hours, some people in historical studies developed complex hallucinations and disordered thinking. A coat becomes a person. A pattern on the wall begins to crawl. You may hear a voice inside ordinary noise. Here is the frightening switch. The brain is no longer just missing information. It is inventing an explanation for signals it cannot organize. By day 4, time itself can become slippery. You lose track of what happened this morning and what happened yesterday. Speech may wander. Simple plans break into unfinished steps. Some people become suspicious or accept hallucinations as real. This can resemble acute psychosis or delirium. But there is no universal clock. One person may deteriorate earlier, another later, and unnoticed microsleeps can change the timeline. Days 5 and 6 are not a dramatic new superpower stage. They're a deeper version of the same failure. Coordination, judgment, and emotional control become dangerously inconsistent. You might perform a familiar task correctly once, then make a basic error seconds later. The immediate threat is often not a single organ suddenly switching off. It is a crash, a fall, a bad decision, or behavior driven by a false perception. Could coffee save you? It can block some of adenosine's sleepy signal and briefly improve alertness. Bright light, movement, and conversation can also create short boosts. but none of them performs the repair work of sleep. They can make you feel more capable without making your brain dependable. That mismatch between confidence and performance is exactly why pushing through is so dangerous. By day 7, science cannot give you one guaranteed ending. Historical reports describe severe perceptual disturbance, fragmented thought, involuntary sleep, and delusion-like beliefs, but not an automatic countdown to death. Your body will fight every attempt to stay awake. Even if someone keeps your eyes open, local networks in the brain can briefly behave as though asleep. Wakefulness has become a flickering state. So what happens when you finally sleep? The brain usually increases sleep intensity and may spend extra time in deep sleep. Alertness can improve after a long recovery night, and sleep-related hallucinations often fade. But recovery is not an instant reset button. Different functions recover at different speeds, and some metabolic or attention changes may take several nights. After extreme deprivation, medical assessment matters more than simply sleeping it off alone. Here is the real answer. You do not need 7 days to become unsafe. The first dangerous failures arrive during day 1, long before the cinematic hallucinations. Sleep is not empty time. It is active maintenance for memory, emotion, metabolism, immunity, and perception. Remove it, and the body does not reveal hidden potential. It slowly loses the ability to agree on what is real.